So, Atamadia, good morning. I'm doing some makeshift balancing with my phone this morning. I forgot my stand, but that's okay. You're going back to old school. So let's start this morning standing on our mat. Bring the feet to shoulder width. I think people must think I'm Eliza Thornberry with the amount of animals we have around. And I want you to just take a moment to drop into the balance of your feet. Perhaps even closing down your eyes. Now, at present, we are amongst a new moon in Scorpio. And today we're going to begin with a gentle observation drill. Yeah. So I'm inviting you ever so slightly to shift your body weight forward on your feet. Not necessarily lifting anything off the mat, but just noticing as you shift your body weight forward. And on the next exhale, inviting you to come back to center. And this time, gently shifting your body weight back. And then coming back to center. You come back into center, noticing the muscles that turn on and those which switch off. This time, and as you inhale, gently drawing your body weight to the left side. Noticing the pressing down of the outside of the left foot. And the exhale, returning to center. Inhale, same thing. This time we move to the right. Beautiful. Here, let's return to center, find our balance. Perhaps tucking or untucking the hips. And really opening the heart space. Standing tall. On the inhale, let's invite the arms up and over the head. On the exhale, let's forward fold. As we fold forward, allowing all drainage through the lymphatic system to kick into gear. Let's take the inhale here and come to halfway lift. A little fluidity for our morning. Exhaling forward fold. And inhale again, it's halfway lift. Keep going with that. Starting to wake up the hamstring. Noticing any newness in the form of tightness or tension. Maybe even noticing the spaciousness. And last one here, as you inhale, halfway lift, really extend the spine. And on the exhale, forward fold. This time as you inhale, walking the hands forward, let's come to high plank for a moment. Cute little footprints on my mat. Remembering to breathe here as you start to stabilize. Bringing in the element of strengthening. Beginning to attune to your most strong self. On the next exhale, draw the knees to the floor. We come into tabletop here. Let's start to move through the spine a little bit. We want some fluidity this morning, so let's go cat-cow. Breathe and move, breathe and move. Inviting you to spice it up a little, so less linear, and let's start to roll through the spine. Holding anywhere that feels good. Inviting that rib cage to really open. Okay with the breath. Now, if you have been rolling, choosing to change direction now. Beautiful. And when you're ready, coming back into stillness in the center. And this time, let's turn the hands around, fingers facing towards the knees. We'll bring a gentle rock forward and back as we start to open up the forearms. If you're anything like me, your wrists or hands are quite tight, maybe taking a moment to really spread the fingers out. We want knuckles towards the mat. As you rock forward and back gently, notice the fibers that are affected here. And a couple of huffs and puffs. Awesome. This time, let's turn the hands over as we gently release the pressure. We place the tops of the hands to the floor, fingers still facing towards the knees. Nice. So same here, we gently rock backwards and forwards. I reckon on the west coast we breed sandflies, similar to the speed of rabbits. Nice. Let's do another 3 here. Pretty sure there's a town in New Zealand that has a sandfly or mosquito as the mascot thing, don't they? Beautiful. Returning your hands. Let's take a break from placing pressure on them and roll the wrist. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Change direction. 4, 3, 2, 1. Awesome. So now we're seated on our mat. Sussing yourself out if you need a block to sit on or a pillow. We're just going to move into the neck before we get some blood flowing. So from here, we start to move the head into our rotations. And then this time that the left ear comes to the left shoulder, let's pause here. Let's drive this right hand down to the floor. We feel the opening through the right side of the neck, even into the trap, the trapezius. And then this time, let's invite the left hand up and over and apply a little bit of load to the head. Yeah, nothing too abruptly, still moving with gentleness. That's the one. So as you apply that load, you feel a little more stretching. And let's release with the hand a little and then apply again. We'll do that one more time. And releasing the pressure and placing it on again. Nice one. From here, releasing that hand, head comes back into neutral. This time we gently draw the right ear to the right shoulder. Palm on that left side, fire him down to the floor. Or really it's towards the floor unless you've got really long arms. Awesome. And when you're ready, starting to apply a little load with that right hand. Beautiful. Keep the breath flowing and release the hand a little. And then apply more load. Release again. And apply more load. Beautiful. Release the hand, head comes back to neutral. This time we tuck chin to chest. And before we pause here, let's then lift the chin towards the sky. So we're working our big yes. And whilst you move through this movement, because we're at new moon, inviting you to reconnect to the things in your life that you are saying yes to, that you truly want to say yes to. And last one here. Time as you draw chin to chest, you drop it nice and low, you then apply the hands to the back side of the head. Just a little load. On the inhale, gently releasing off with the hands. And on the exhale, applying a little more load. Same again, inhale, release a little. And apply. Releasing the hands. Back to our rotation, let's do 5 in each direction. 4. 3. 2. 1. Other side. So the importance of working, moving our body in a full range is so important to prevent ourselves from getting any dis-ease in joints, even in tendons and muscles. Nice one. Last one here. Awesome. Bring back into center. Beautiful. Alrighty, turning to face the short edge of the mat. Let's gently lower towards the mat, drop the belly, drop the head to the floor. This time attaching the hands behind the back, clasping them together on the inhale, just lifting the chest and head up off the floor. And on the inhale, lifting your feet too. Belly down, back bend before you start to move a little more. And on the exhale, release. Let's take a moment. On the inhale, pressing the hands underneath the shoulders. Setting up in your press up position. So, we're going to come into some rock press today. Let's see if I can keep these covering my feet away from fat flies. So let's set up placing the hands gently rotated towards each other. So the thumbs are facing each other. The pointing fingers would meet as a triangle if we had them together. We come up into our A-frame, which means our feet are as wide as the mat. We pause for a moment. Reconnecting with the breath. From here, I'm going to invite you to just move through 10 full reps. On the inhale, drawing the head towards the mat, heels come off the ground. On the exhale, pressing away. Work your breath and movement. We find extension through the arms and the back on the exhale. Five, 6. So we're still using this to open up the back body. However, we're applying a little more load to the upper body. Final 2. Beautiful. This time releasing the knees to the floor. Reset the hands under the shoulders on the inhale. Let's lengthen through the left leg and the right hand or arm. Beautiful. Flexing the foot, toes point down to the floor. Bring awareness to your navel center. Draw your belly button into your spine. Stay steady through the hips. Extend through the fingertips. Keep the hand that is planted to the floor, really pressing flat down to the earth. Keep breathing. 4, 3, 2, 1. Change sides. Return that right hand. Lift through the left hand and the right leg. Flex the feet. Flex the back foot. Extend the fingertips. Tighten through the midsection, belly button to spine. Active through the back body. 4, 3, 2, 1. Return to the mat. This time hands are flat. Let's start to rotate through the shoulders. Feel as the shoulders move in rotation. Notice which way you're going. 3, 2, 1. Change direction. Elbows stay totally extended. Nice. This way feels really weird. So although we're moving the physical body, this is so powerful for the brain. Yeah, when we're used to patterning in one particular direction, we change and it's like, oh, that's weird. Beautiful. From here, we pause with that rotation. We shift the placement of our hands back to set up for our rock press. Nice. We bring the feet to the edge of the mat. We tuck the toes, sit the hips back. Okay, I'll count out for 10. Take the breath in as you lower. Exhale, press away. Heels come off. 5, 4, 3. Keep breathing. 2. Last one. Beautiful. So here, let's lower the knees. This time extend through the left hand, right leg. Nice. Bring squeamish through the hips. Flexing through the back foot. Tight core. Noticing as the shoulders get hot and heavy. Keep the breath flowing. 3, 2, 1. Let's gently shift. Change sides. Now when you're in this pose, it's really, really nice to visualize the lengthening of the spine and the strength either side. Four, 3, 2, 1. Return that hand and leg. Hands directly under the shoulders. Let's start to rotate the shoulders. So we feel the scapulars draw together and then you shift apart, elbows stay extended. Awesome, change direction. It's funny how when we do an exercise, we usually go the way that feels good first. Psychologically, we don't really like change, do we? That's scary. Awesome. 3, 2, 1. Nice work. This time walking the hands back to the knees. Push the griffin dog away. I want you to take just a moment now to drop in and notice anything that's shifted in your body. Checking in with the space around the forehead. Around the center of the throat. Your heart space. Your bread basket. Just below your navel. And the base of your body. Alrighty. Keeping that in mind, keeping this beautiful strength through the spine. Let's come forward into all fours and allow ourselves to walk back into our low squat. Nice. Making any adjustments to the feet that you need to. Perhaps you're higher in the squat this morning, that's all good. From here, inviting you to press the hands into the floor and shift the hips nice and high. I'm going to apologize because every time we go upside down, my nose is like wanting to filter out. So a little sniffing going on. Awesome. On the inhale, let's press the knees externally, so away from each other. We drop the hips nice and low and we open the chest forward. Exhale, hips high, up through the legs. Inhale, let's drop. When I say drop, it's not actually a drop, it's definitely control here. Beautiful. I want you to flow with that in your own time. I'm going to be here for about 30 seconds from now. Move with the breath. Really press the knees away from each other. Five seconds. Beautiful. When we pause on the exhale by pressing the hips high, we come into the forward fold now. Take a couple of clearing breaths. Beautiful. As we walk and look forward, let's start moving those hands. Come to high plank, and this time we step forward with the left foot. Hands are to the inside heel. Let's gently lower this back knee. We untuck the toes, and this time let's bring the hands up to the hips. I might turn around so you can see. Alrighty. So we're pretty used to being in this lunge position. But what I want you to do here, firstly, is extend your spine. Secondly, draw your back knee away from your front heel. Already you'll feel this into your hip flexor. And now from here, I want you to contract the muscles here. Yeah, so squeezing them. And then on the exhale, release. Gently draw the hips closer towards this front heel. On the inhale, squeeze. Exhale, draw closer. Again. Two to go. Exhale, release. Last one. Beautiful. From here, frame the foot. Let's tuck the toes at the back. Lift the back knee. Open the eyes and the heart forward. Nice. Inviting you to pause here to begin visualizing this line from the hip all the way back to this back leg and then all the way forward. So when I say forward, are you able to open your heart space a little more? And think of this as like a conduction line of energy moving through the body. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Soften your gaze to your foot. Release the back knee. Beautiful. From here, we can return this front leg back into tabletop. As we do that, I'm going to shift my direction. Nice. Alrighty, so this time we step forward with the right foot. Nice. We step the foot to the outside, hands to the inside. And then walk the hands to the hips, lengthen through the spine, untucking the back toes. Oh, nice. Bring ourselves into balance, noticing we can actually do a lot of movement through the hips here, eh? So make sure they're square, close to the front edge, but also not that one's hooked up. Keep them square in the body. Alrighty, using the inhale, let's tense and turn on these muscles. On the exhale, we soften into it. Release. Inhale, tighten. Exhale, release. Last two. Beautiful. Nice work. Ready. This time we frame the foot. Beautiful. We then tuck the back toes. And then using the inhale, we lift the back knee off. Now, if lifting the back knee off is not possible for you, that's also fine. You can keep it to the floor, but still practice the other energetic components to this. We inhale, we shift our gaze, open our heart space. We lengthen through the back heel and we visualize from this hip a beautiful conduction down through the back leg and up through the body. Keep breathing. Seconds. 2, 1. We shift our gaze, looking down to the foot, soften the heart space, and soften the knee. Return the front leg to tabletop. Let's bring the knees nice and wide. Shift back into our child's pose for a moment. As you press your head to the floor or to your mat this morning, inviting you to connect with what you're calling in for this new moon. What is it that you're wanting for this month ahead? Acknowledging that here in Aotearoa, we are in the summer season, which for some of us is busy. As you pause here, getting really clear on what's important for you over the next 4 weeks. Perhaps it's relaxation or rejuvenation, or recalibration of your nervous system, enjoy time with friends, family. Alrighty. Allowing that to continue circulating through your mind. On the inhale, let's come up. I'm going to turn to face the long edge of my mat. We're going to come into frog. So from here, we gently turn the feet away from the body. Knees can stay nice and wide. And rather than coming straight in, let's use our breath like we have been all day. Inhale. Let's come forward on the hands. On the exhale, let's sit the hips back just as far as we can. On the inhale, we move forward again. On the exhale, the hips are such a crucial, important point to the rest of our body. Yeah, they help us move places, but they also store a lot. So keep working your breath and gently dropping in. And when you're ready, finding a place as you come forward to pause, where you can hold either on the hands or down onto the elbows. Now, in this position, I'm inviting you to actively drive the knees in towards the mat, noticing the activation. This is you applying load. As you exhale, release, soften in. Inhale, pressing knees into the mat. Exhale, release. 2 to go. Pressing knees into the mat and coming up. Beautiful. From here, let's start to walk the hands back towards the hips. Let's shift the hips into the back point as we exhale. Nice. We shift the hips back, and we're going to do exactly the same thing on the inhale. We press down with the knees, and on the exhale, we release. We have 5 here. Inhale. Last one. Beautiful. From here, if you're on your elbows, coming to your hands. Gently walking the feet and the knees back in together. Or even rolling onto your belly. Just making your way back to seated. And come and just extend those hips out to finalize. So the concept of today's practice really is about us identifying, where we can strengthen, where strength is a non-negotiable, like through the spine. And then with that, we can identify where fluidity or softness lives, because we can't have one without the other. Yeah, so for me, that would be through the hips, through the back line. As you come up into your A-frame, into your downward dog, choose where your feet want to be, whether that's at hip width or a little wider. Make sure you dodge all your animals underneath you. An absolute circus around here. The youngest dog's on like sandfly patrol by the looks of it. Now, on your inhale, I want you to actively press your hands into the floor this time, bringing a bend through the knees And again, focusing on the extension of your spine. Yeah. Pressing the hands in, extending through your spine. Keep the knees bent, all good. You shake on, nice. On the inhale, let's lift through the right leg. Point through the toe. Then let's open it up a little bit. Just notice what feels good for you in terms of opening it up. And turning back to the mat as we switch sides. Inhale to lengthen through the left toes. And then same again, opening up this side. Returning sit back. Beautiful. Releasing the knees to the floor. Gently transitioning into a seated position. Inviting you to close your eyes. To bring your awareness back to the base of your body. And then gently filtrating your awareness up to the space just below your belly button. And continuing to draw awareness from the base through the space under your belly button to the breadbasket, the space underneath your ribcage. And then up into the center of the chest. Into the center of your throat. Coming up past the forehead. Into the crown. And as you visualize your crown for your day, as you take a moment to remember where you're placing your intention and importance for the month ahead, take a little lift through the spine, a little tiny pop of the chest. Breathe your spine a little longer. Inviting you for the next few rounds of breath to consciously draw to the crown of your body. Drawing in through the nose and then exhaling through your mouth. When you're ready to soften your breath now, draw your chin towards your chest. And gently soften your gaze. Inviting you to have a beautiful day today with Mercury and retrograde. So if you have communication issues moving through, whether that be in a virtual or a physical sense, just know that that is happening on a larger scale than just ourselves at the moment, and not to take things too personally. With this new moon being in the Scorpio, we really want to drop into the newness that we're creating. And I think this is perfect timing as we move into a new year. But that means reevaluating the compost bin internally, the things that we're carrying through. It means re-looking at the things that we've tried and perhaps they didn't work, and then also reconnecting with new things. And the interwoven element through that is there's always a sense of letting go. So remaining kind and calm with yourself through this time, especially as we transverse Christmas in the New Year's space.